Before you tell me don't talk politics, remember who killed Jesus and remember why he was killed. But let me ask you, who dragged Jesus to Pilate? Who filed the complaint? Who held the midnight meeting? Who paid the betrayer? Who gave the false witness? Who pushed the narrative? Who created the pressure? And who weaponized the crowd? It wasn't Rome. It was the religious council. So again, before you tell me don't talk politics, I'm gonna give you 30 reasons why politics should matter more to you than religion. Number 1, because religion plotted the death of Jesus. Every religion protects its own interests and will go the extreme to preserve its power and influence. Jesus stood for righteousness, truth, and a kingdom that exposes their motives and insincerity. He didn't die because Rome was wicked. No. He died because religion was threatened. That was the main reason why Jesus died. It has nothing to do with Rome's wickedness. No. It was because religion was threatened. So number 2, politics is the reason why Jesus was arrested in the first place. He was said to be setting up a kingdom, and that looked like a political threat to the establishment. And religion will always be threatened when confronted with truth. Especially the men of God, the priests, who sinned in God's name. So when someone tells you next time to leave politics for God, to leave politics for God, tell them the cross itself was political and it was religion that pushed the agenda. Now it's beginning to make sense, so stay awake. Let me tell you something that religion will never admit. Your prayer life doesn't determine your daily bread. Politics does. And if you don't understand this truth, you will keep suffering and calling it spiritual attack. Trust me. So that brings me to the 4th reason why you should be much more interested in politics than in religion. Politics affects daily life of the people. The standard of living is not religious, it is political. The economy is influenced and impacted by policies created by political leaders and not religious leaders. But religion hides this truth from you and will keep hiding this truth from you. It will interest you to know that prices of goods in the market doesn't change because people prayed more. No, they change because policies changed. It's just that simple. But painfully enough, religion will tell you to fast your way out of what a politician signed into law. And that is how painful and deceptive that can be. Which brings me to number 5. Whether we accept it or not, the daily challenges of life is influenced by politics and not by religion. Religion is built on rituals. You understand? All those activities, all those funny rituals in different kind of churches. But politics creates policies. Rituals changes nothing. Trust me when I say that. But policies transforms lives for good or for bad. Rituals will only make you feel better, but policies will make you live better. You see the two difference? Most people are not under generational curses. They are under government policies. And that brings me to number 6. The future of the next generation is influenced by political leaders and not by religious leaders. It's the political leaders that determines the quality of schools, education, infrastructure, basic amenities, cost of living, jobs, healthcare, and etc., etc. Your pastor can pray for your child, but it is the politician that decides the education budget. Religion may prepare your soul for heaven, but politics determines whether your child survives on it the next minute, or the next month, or the next week, or the next year. So as a religious person, before you fight people who talk about politics, before you get agitated, before you get irritated by people who talk about politics, ask yourself one thing. Do you want better roads, better schools, better hospitals, And most importantly, better foods on your table? If the answer is yes, then stop hiding behind religion, because poverty is not a demon, it's a policy. Yeah. Here's the truth many people will not want you to hear. Politics doesn't always kill. And I say always, it doesn't always kill. But religion often does. And you won't understand this until you've been deeply involved in it. And in the story of Jesus, it wasn't the politicians who plotted in the shadows. It was the religious council. And that brings me to number 7. It was religion that asked Jesus about the Sabbath. The Roman politics did not ask him anything until the religion dragged him there. Jesus was constantly questioned by men of God. They asked him about Sabbath laws, about fasting traditions, divorce, tithing, and ceremonial purity. The Roman politicians Rome did not ask him anything until the priest stirred them up. It will interest you to know that Pilate would not have noticed Jesus if the Sanhedrin had not dragged him there. Rome cared much more only about order, but religion cared about control. And Jesus exposed their hypocrisy so clearly that they couldn't tolerate him anymore. So I'm going to end this number 7 by saying this. Pilate ignored Jesus until the men of God, the priest, forced his hand. So now number 8. It was not Caesar's soldiers who plotted in the night. It was the religious council. And the Gospels describe the secret midnight meetings of the Sanhedrin, where men of God plotted Jesus' arrest. They bribed Judas. They sent guards to Gethsemane and organized false witness. That was the handwork of the men of God, the religious leaders. It wasn't Rome scheming in the dark. It was religion. I hope it's making sense to you now. This reveals the danger of a corrupt religion. It does its work behind closed doors, cloaked, soaked, hidden, masked in holiness. The Roman government ruled openly with swords, but religion whispers in shadows with schemes. So interestingly enough, for you to know, Jesus was betrayed in prayer gardens, not in battlefields. So this exposes corruption in both churches and governments. But the first hand raised against Jesus was religious hands, not political. So next time someone tells you politics is the enemy, remember this. Religion is often the one dragging politics into the killing field. Yeah. And the next episode will show you why Jesus confronted religion more than Rome. Stay woke. I'll be back.